Nominations for the 93rd Academy Awards were announced this past Monday. Time frames for the films eligible this year's show, was altered because of the COVID-19 pandemic from just films released in 2020 to films released from January 1st, 2020 to February 8th of 2021. Now, Mank, the newest David Fincher Netflix film, leads the way with 10 nominations. Now, personally, overall, I thought this was a decent set of nominees with a few BS calls here and there. Darius, what did you think of all this?
Yeah, honestly, looking at the nominations list, there's definitely some movies I was hoping that would get on it. So I am happy about that. But overall, it was just like, it was a mixture of ups and downs for me. You know, like the Oscars were, I don't know, like it's just some of the movies I expected to be on that list. And there were others that were just like, okay, this is occurring too much to the point where it's like, does it really need that nomination per se? Does it really need this? And so, I mean, overall, I have a mixed bag. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out, really. But some of the key moments, especially that I found interesting, was some of the animated features, and I'm happy Soul is up there. So, and I'm happy
Soul was on there. You're gonna mention Over the Moon, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah,
because that movie's great. Okay.
Yeah. You're going to mention that one. And I'm happy Onward was on there, too. I'm happy that one didn't get snubbed. Now, when you say that there were movies that you feel like got nominated a little too much, what were you saying just now? So, which movies in particular?
It's like, as much as I loved One Night in Miami, there were definitely some points of some of the listings that they put it on quite a few times. I'm like, yeah, I love the movie, but I think for that area, you could take it out or whatever. Because it's really hard because there weren't a lot of movies, but yet some of the movies that did get nominated, honestly, I haven't seen or heard of them. So it's not like, oh, I can say for sure this is a really solid list or anything like that. Minari is up there. Steven Yeun is up there. I love Steven Yeun as an actor. So I still need to see Minari, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. But just overall, I mean, it's a good list. I'm not saying it's a bad list. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't know. I expected more, per se. That's really what it was.
Honestly, there were a few surprises, and in both a good way and a bad way. But honestly, as far as One Night in Miami... I didn't really feel like they got nominated enough because, I think all it got was adapted screenplay, supporting actor for Leslie Odom Jr., who played Sam Cooke in the film, and I think original song. That's it. It wasn't nominated for Best Picture, which is A Line of Bull. It wasn't nominated for directing, cinematography, editing, all of which I think it very much deserved. So, honestly, I don't know exactly what they were thinking on that. I thought that, for sure, would have been a frontrunner for Best Picture, but what do I know? If there's one movie that I feel like got a bit too much love.
I do feel that it should have gotten Best Director.
For sure. Absolutely. Regina King, honestly, that's a movie where you could tell that she was in full command of her craft. I said that when we reviewed the film. She, like I said, she had full command of that film and the filmmaking process for that project. So honestly, her not getting nominated was honestly probably the worst call of the nominations today. But if there was one movie I had to say that I feel like got a bit too much love, even though it only got like 2 nominations, was probably Borat 2. Got a nomination for Best Supporting Actress for Maria Bakalova. You can say whatever whatever you want about that. Adapted Screenplay, though, too. I was a little shocked to see it in that one.
Same. Like, honestly, when it came to either Adapted Screenplay, for me, if I had to choose as from the ones I did see, Nomadland and To the White Tiger and One Night in Miami.
Yes, those great solid screenplays. Honestly, very solid screenplays.
Yeah, The Father I haven't seen yet, but
have not either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, The White Tiger, I was surprised to see that one on there too. And again, I don't think it was a bad thing. I'm just like, oh wow, I didn't think that they would really notice it because I hadn't really heard so much awards buzz around the film. But I was pleasantly surprised. As far as the list of Best Picture nominees, I think I've seen a decent chunk of these. The nominees are Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, The Father, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. So all in all, I think I've seen like about five or six of those. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid list.
Yeah, and even visual effects, that is also another area that I was like, really that movie and really that movie too. It's understandable as to why they're up there. And by the movie,
because
I
there wasn't
mean
much.
Mulan is on there, which I found pretty shocking, to be honest.
I'm not surprised at all. Not surprised at all that they would. I feel like that's probably one of those films that they probably like wanted to force in there.
Yeah, and even score-wise, one of the things I was expecting for, at least for the score, a movie to be put up there is Tenet, and I didn't see that for score.
Honestly, that was another big bullshit call too. That was like the best score of last year. I have no idea how that didn't make the nominations list. I mean, that just shows, again, just how tone deaf the Academy can be when it comes to selecting musical scores. I mean, Soul was on there, good thing. But honestly, really, Tenet, Hans Zimmer is a legend. And this is, no, this wasn't Hans Zimmer. This is Ludwig Göransson. This is a guy who won recently for Black Panther. I'm surprised he's not nominated again.
Yeah, I thought the score for Tenet was absolutely amazing. And even The Five Bloods, I personally was not a fan of that score. I was just like, this is... Because to me, The Five Bloods I thought was a pretty solid movie, but just score-wise, I didn't see it to be up there. But it is, like I said, it is what it is, and just have to see how it plays out. I hope Soul beats all of them.
Yeah, honestly, out of the ones that are there, honestly, Soul makes the most sense to win. And honestly, I think it has a good shot at doing though. I think it has a good shot at winning animated feature as well. Like it's clearly the front runner in those two categories.
Absolutely. So, I mean, personally, this list is a decent list at best. I think I definitely want to watch some of the movies that are on here that I already planned on watching, but I haven't yet, such as Minari, because I have a feeling I'm going to absolutely love that movie for some reason, as well as Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Having Chadwick Boseman still there for Best Actor for an Oscar, I think it's absolutely incredible. And it's going to be interesting to see.
He's going to win. There's I can confidently say that Chadwick Boseman is going to win. And he'll absolutely deserve to do so.
Exactly. So it's going to be an interesting night to see all of this happen. And I'm actually kind of excited just to see how it all plays out and to see how much BS we're going to be like, god dang it, really?
Yeah, like, oh, really, this one won. But just a couple other nice little notes that I want to touch on. Trials of Chicago 7 did well. I got a few nominations. I was happy to see, even though I wasn't crazy about Borat 2, I was happy to see Sacha Baron Cohen get nominated for Best Supporting Actor for The Trial of Chicago 7 because he actually gave a terrific performance in that movie. Now, when it comes to Judas and the Black Messiah, of course, Daniel Kaluuya got nominated in Supporting Actor. So did Lakeith Stanfield, which I did not see coming. Honestly, that was a pleasant surprise, too.
I mean, he was great in that movie. He was great in the role that he was given in. So I could see why both of them are on there, to be honest. They were both absolutely incredible. So, and how I see it is like, if either one wins, that's a positive for Judas and the Black Messiah, just as a whole. So,
absolutely. But I think out of the two, I think Daniel Kaluuya would probably be more likely to win.
Yeah, I agree too. Because he, yet again, gave it his all. So,
yeah. Now, I'm curious, out of all the Best Picture nominees, what do you think would be most likely to win?
Out of all the Best Pictures,
because One Night Miami is into the running, which, honestly, that might have been my pick to be the front runner, but that's obviously not a thing.
Yeah, that's honestly a tough decision because I think a lot of the Best Pictures they have are really good picks. So like I said, I liked Nomadland a lot. I like Judas and the Black Messiah. I still need to see Minari. So just from those three movies, I have a feeling I'm already gonna like them. If not, I love them. Promising Young Woman, I see that for sure because that was a really good movie. Even though I wasn't a personal fan of it, it was a solid movie overall. So
I didn't see Promising Young Woman.
What?
I never saw Promising Young Woman. Like that one and Minari are on my list.
Yeah, Promising Young Woman, I really, really like that film. Overall, it's like I said, it's a solid film. It's a solid list. Just that it's sort of a wait and see. Honestly, I would prefer One Night in Miami in here. So I thought that was just amazing. So I'm shocked that's not there.
I'm really shocked it's not on there.
Yeah. So overall, it's a wait and see for me. Really, it's not like I can predict which one I would choose, because to be frank, when it comes to these nominations, as much as I would want to say Nomadland or Judas and the Black Messiah, a part of me feels like I can't without seeing Mank and The Father.
Well, Mank was really good. Mank was actually really, really good. I haven't seen The Father, so I don't know what to tell you as far as that one. I also have to say the set for Best Actor, Best Actress, and Supporting Actor nominees are, because I've seen the majority of the nominees in those particular categories. Those are some really solid lists right there. So I think all in all, they did a good job with that.
I agree too.
Yeah, so the ceremony is slated to take place on Sunday, April 25th, 2021. And I'm curious, what did you guys think of the Oscar nominations? Are there any snubs, surprises, or bullshit calls? Will you actually be watching the show? Do you actually care at this point? Leave your thoughts in that comment section there below. Now, before we get into Michael B. Jordan directing Creed 3,